there, just
This is a Frank podcast.
This Warriors Live podcast 2025, episode 26. Will Evans, Brad Larking, and great friend of the show, great friend of mine, resplendent in his lime green jersey, not the TWL t-shirt that I recently gave him, by the way. Telly, the oft-mentioned Telly. Here he is in the digital flesh. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Cheers, boys. How we doing?
Yeah, good fella, good. Yeah, that Canberra milk, geez.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Must be tough buying something that ugly, though. Yeah. Do you see me wish they had a nice looking jersey?
No, they've actually got some
really
like the green. I like the green.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I think we bought that for you, didn't we, for your 40th?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So you can
regretting it now.
For 15 years.
I'm just going to turn down the brightness on my screen if you guys will just bear with me for 5 seconds.
Oh, is it just
bugging
you?
Yeah. Man, how you feeling? Telly, third on the ladder, just one spot below the Warriors, but a huge blockbuster this Sunday.
Yeah, we won't be third for long.
Oh, he's pretty confident pre-show, and he's coming out swinging. But yeah, whoever does win this will be second on the ladder, either Raiders on for and against, or the Warriors with a 4-point buffer in second, which would be massive. So yeah, a lot riding on this one. Big point to prove for the Warriors after the Las Vegas loss in round one, and both teams having a overachieving and excellent season so far.
Yeah. It's a nervy one for me going into this. As a Canberra fan, are you nervous facing the Warriors in the form we're in as well, or are you still just confident?
I kind of like it, because the Warriors are my second team, so I kind of feel I can come out either way happy.
Okay.
But definitely feeling confident going into this weekend.
Good.
I don't know why. Maybe it was Vegas that gave it to me, but we're humming. Whereas you guys are sputtering.
That's a fair shit.
Sputtering on a 5-match winning streak.
Well, 5 matches, but by an average of 3 or 4 points.
Mate,
wins a win,
points is 2 points. I'm going to get that tattooed on my fucking forehead at the end of the season if we win. 2 points is 2 points. You're only one man down like us, are you? Is it just Hudson Young on rep duties?
Yeah.
And we've also got James Fisher-Harris out on suspension, which is a big blow up against the Tapani and Corey Horsburgh, the jilted Corey Horsburgh after missing out on Queensland selection. He'll be all fired up, big red.
Jeez, I seen him pre-game when he ran out of the tunnel on the weekend and he's just walking around in his own head on the field. He's a lunatic, that dude, There's not... the elevator doesn't go to the top floor. You see him talking to himself and Gene himself. He's a fucking madman. So
he's ready for the lead.
He is trying to pull his pants up a bit this year. It was funny what went down last year with him and Sticky, and he was on the outer, and then Horsburgh realised that it was just him being a bit of a C, really, wasn't it? At the end of the day, and if he worked harder, he'll get in the team.
And I'm an emotional guy. I have a cry every now and again, but he's the only player I've ever seen cry mid-game. So you lose the grand final, you shed a few tears. I don't think I've ever seen it mid-game. He's a unique character.
A man crying, that scares me, not like that, just on adrenaline. I've said it multiple times throughout my life. I'd never fight someone crying. They've got superhuman strength. As soon as those tear ducts open up and it streams, they don't feel pain for the next 15 minutes. So yeah, he scares me. But then, what do you think about Bunty and Ford? Jacko, front row.
Straight back into it after missing last week with injury. The pair of them, big ass.
So Bunty was injured as well.
Yeah,
I was
apparently.
wondering if okay, sweet. I didn't know if he was injured or had slipped down the pecking order.
So yeah, big ass for both of them. Obviously, Bunty hasn't been playing very big minutes, so probably some bigger minutes come for Vaimaunga. Tanner Smith, great debut last week. Yeah, but that could be the crucial element. I think, we've kind of seen it, thought the Warriors might fall down that department, like against the Broncos, up against Haas and Carrigan, and our boys in the middle did a great job, although that was, with Barnett doing everything he does. So, both of the man out. It's the first time the season.
Do you think Kate Rowe's going to stay in the back line? Is he going to come in?
Yeah, I'd be inclined to try and shift him back into that kind of sort of weakened pack, really. I know he's not, but
isn't Leotawa hanging around in the 23 or something? He's sniffing around in jersey 20, so he's sort of been named in the squad. So the nervous thing about that is I had such a hard on for old Stowers Smith last week. Tanner Stowers Smith, am I right there? I got it all right.
Yeah.
That I'd hate to see him bump for a bit of a mid Catewell change into the forwards and then Ali into the centres. I'd love to see. This game looks built for that kid the way he grinded out last weekend. He looks like he'd love an opportunity to go against the Canberra pack.
Yeah. Got stuck in,
yeah. What's that?
He got stuck in. Defensively, I thought he was great. His head-ups were strong. Halsall Hornets Jr., I mean, it's a bit of a landmark for Canterbury, South Island, playing for the Warriors. It just hasn't happened. Like with Lewis Brown, but he had to go to Sydney, play lower grades for a few years before getting snapped up. Corey Laurie is a 27-year-old, I think. Played a few games in 2007. Kane Ferris, one game in 2004. He was young, but obviously didn't kick on there. So, if Stowers Smith becomes a regular, it really is a breakthrough for as far as South Island juniors playing for the Warriors go.
It's hard to believe after awesome. 30 plus years, isn't it?
Astounding, really.
Yeah.
But the club has kind of neglected the South Island, and it's good to see them turning that around because plenty of up and comers through the grades from South Island and Canterbury.
Yeah.
Telly, this isn't your first appearance on the podcast. Back in the early 2021. Back when we were just, whippersnappers on the podcast scene, you watched that, I think it was round 3, 2021, the game at GIO Stadium where biggest comeback in Warriors history, 21 points, and then Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the buzzer, try-saving tackle against Jordan Rapana, 34-31 win. Classic game, superhuman performance from Roger, dramatic. I think the Raiders had an empty bench by 10 minutes into the second half. So it was a wild game, heartbreaker for you. But you jumped on the pod, sat in this office next to me and punched out a pod. Great debut. We've been trying to get you back for 4 years, and here you are. Can't quite believe it.
I think you're lucky I had a few beers that day because I can't believe I went on the pod after that game. That was
Yeah, that's a hell of a move.
We'll link it, actually. We'll link it in the show notes if anyone wants to go back. It's a short one. I think it's only 20 minutes. All three of us, you're on it too, Brad, beaming in from Dunedin. We'd all put a few away on that Sunday afternoon. So it's entertaining listen.
Nobody wants to relive that.
Yeah.
I'd love to relive that this weekend. I'll go Media Stadium. I tell you what. Yeah. It would be real good.
But hang on, can we talk about the Raiders? Because they're firing on all cylinders.
It's a Warriors podcast, but go ahead.
You've got to be worried, right?
Yeah, no, they don't. I actually think the Raiders they've only lost 3 games. I feel like maybe they've got a poorer game in them than maybe the Warriors, but they've got a much better game. Their ceiling is probably higher. For me, they're a better chance of winning the comp this year because they can, I think, rise on any given day and go with Melbourne or go with the Bulldogs, Penrith when they get back to their best. Like they're such a dangerous team, heaps of strike in that back five, good halves pairing and an outstanding pack, a dynamic pack. I fucking love Hudson Young. Obviously not there on Sunday, but geez, what a player and what a season he's having. So but give us your summary of the season so far, Telly. I mean, you blew a 20-point lead a couple of weeks ago. 40-24 over the Titans last week is maybe slightly underwhelming. Great Magic Round win.
Great Magic Round win. Did you enjoy it?
Actually,
We need to talk
yeah,
about that because that was the
yeah.
last game of the weekend. You had to sit with us all weekend, hungover as shit, and then get on the bus into town and wait for the last game of the weekend.
I came in sheepishly, super hungover. Telly, I'm sorry, man. I don't think I'm going to make it to the game today. You're all right, bro. Don't worry about it. So you went and watched 3 straight games with a skeleton crew while Brad and I, convalesced back at the house. But give us a bit of a summary of your Magic Round experience, Telly.
Because that was a psycho game.
Yeah, it sounds silly. We probably shouldn't have won, but it just capped off the whole weekend. Like, it was awesome,
Yeah.
eh? The crowd was amazing. You know, going to Lord Alfred beforehand, that was pretty incredible with all the Warriors fans.
Yeah.
Hanging out with you idiots was pretty awesome as well.
Got you a bottle of water.
Yeah.
Picked you up a bottle of water. That actually turned out to be a happy accident. Everyone was loving that water by the end of the weekend.
It was bloody good.
Yeah.
What was it? About 5 gallon.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, we better let people in instead of talking about something only we know about. I went to the supermarket the first morning. Everyone was hungover, and I sort of like, who wants what? And Tally's only request was a bottle of water. All right, and that's all he said. So we got him the biggest jug of water we could find in the shithole. It would have been, how many litres would it have been? 10?
Yeah, 10. I think.
Over 10 to 15. Yeah. 10 to 15, and dumped it on his lap back on the couch when we got home.
$12 joke.
$12 that's cheap. Hey, I've spent way worse on a joke. So Jesus, it was a simple one, but Christ, it tickled my tummy.
That win tally, I'd say that's one of the great. That was to force Golden Point. That was one of the great. Like, I mean, you've already produced one of the great buzzer-beating tries in the NRL era this year. Was it Savage that finished it off, or against Cronulla? That was amazing.
Yeah.
That try that Kyle Weeks scored to force it into extra time. Holy cow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you sit back and watch that and you go, oh man, our team is awesome. I kind of like the balance we've got at the moment. So we've got Fogarty and Strange there in the halves just going along, and then we've got the awesome pack, and then we've got such speed out wide. And I think that's that speed that you guys have got to be worried about this weekend.
Yeah, we're a slow team still. We've got a fast halfback, but we're a slow team otherwise. Man, you must be loving the way Sebastian Chris is playing as well. Like, you sort of think, is this, is he even a first choice player at full strength? And he's absolutely carving.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And can you believe he's finally stepped up? Like, he's had a slow start of the season. And
he was great last week.
Yeah, he was. He was awesome. So,
and I'm surprised Xavier Savage didn't get the call up. You've got a guy that's played 10 games all in the centres, Robert Toyer for the Roosters, getting that vacant wing spot. Xavier Savage seemed a slam dunk selection for me.
Yeah, I would have thought so too. Just because of that pace, he's got something that the Blues and even the Warriors can't really match. So I don't think Toyer's got that game, but I guess they picked Toyer on his defense. Stop.
It's an interesting one though. Yeah. Maybe Savage does have a blunder in him. Still, he's a bit Dallin like. In that respect,
that Suali or what? They were picking him before he had done anything from the Roosters for a while too, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, Joseph Slark. Yeah, it was strange. Something. It's like, surely I've seen 10 other centers better than this dude, but yeah, they've got to. Maybe he's the new Swahili blocker roach.
Well, we better go over that Dolphins win. Since actually, Brad, how are you feeling, mate? We had to can the Teamless Tuesday pod because you're under the weather. Are you back on the?
And I rang you Monday warning you I'm a bit crook, but I reckon I'll be over this. And then shithouse the next day, the douche absolutely upended me, and I was in bed. I couldn't. Yeah, there was no way I was doing that. But I'm feeling fit. No, I'm about 80. The throat is about 20 again. So after Magic Round and not having a voice for a week and then getting it, I had it back for about 5 days. and there I've got something. I can't laugh at anything at the moment without turning into a coughing fit. There'll be moments today where people will see me pressing the mute and having a heave fit in the corner of the screen here. But yeah, no, I'm all good. I'll be back on the tools now for 2 days. So just been up at Poet Street slugging out an open outdoor fireplace. So back fucking just punching, mate. Yeah, yes. But otherwise, yeah, no, it's a bit of it. That was a shame because it was a hell of a team naming. Like it was quite we knew it was like there's weeks where we've done team naming. We know it was going to be the same team as the week before, but all of a sudden we know there's going to be changes aplenty, and old mate gets crook and can't drag himself out of bed to do it. But so apologies, but oh well, never mind. Life goes on,
and it allowed us to bring the great Telly in. So
shoehorn that maggot.
Every cloud, every cloud.
Yeah.
That's Dolphins win. Another roller coaster in the end, a lot more comfortable than for the most part than the previous couple of sort of second half collapses. 16-0 after 70 minutes, just seemed, as Andrew Webster said, sort of seemed in control. Lovely try, Wade Egan setting up Nukorte, who had a great game. His best game, I think, almost his best game for the club. Brilliant try. Albeit at the end of a set from a shocking missed call on Rogers' knock on. Fuck it now.
Eat a bowl of dick, Dolphins.
But Metcalf, that he is just he has a bit of game management sort of learning to do. But man, that piece of play to make the break, put it on the toe, regather, send Kate well away. I mean, that is fucking classy.
Oh,
I loved it.
Especially because we were getting nowhere trying to penetrate there for a few sets, weren't we? It was like, oh shit, we're struggling here to make a break. But it took just a moment of brilliance.
Ever since I said I feel in my heart of hearts that he's not going to make it, he's just done something incredible every single game, starting from that Newcastle game.
Maybe we need to continue to be haters then. Do we need to hate him,
slag him off,
for him to do well?
Yeah.
Maybe we have
He's just growing in confidence, right? Like you can see him and Chanel have both. They've kind of got their wheels behind them now and kind of are risking it a wee bit more, which is leading to those tries.
Yeah, I think you're right. Every one of those little moments are just going to make them grow so much more. Yeah.
He hadn't actually made a line break before that Newcastle game, I don't think, and he's probably made half a dozen since. Like it was tries were all from backing up, and now he's actually absolutely carving. Try assists all over the place. It's bloody awesome to see. Chanel for a great debut NRL try, made an NRL try for Jacob Laban, put him up 16-0, and then Dolphins got on the board. Fisher Harris, Simbin got a bit nervy towards the end, but again, closing it out. These are the games that they lose last year.
That was the most enjoyable watch I've had for a while watching the Warriors, even though it did get dicey in the end. I was quite comfy watching that game. We looked completely into control. Fords were in a monster attitude. They were in their face. Fisher Harris was a grumpy bastard out there.
That was
the
awesome. Fisher Harris we bought, That was.
And then there was a picture at one stage had Fisher Harris and it had Barnett, and then Aaron Clark and Stow was in the background, and they're all giving it, and it's like, wow, there's a pack of dogs. Yeah, it was pretty rad to see, just to see dominant alpha males. So it's a shame Fisher Harris. Well, speaking of dominant alpha males, what?
Telly. He's always been the alpha in our group.
Oh, he was. Yeah, I never realized. You are quite alpha. You
might,
or at least pitch yourself. You pitch yourself as alpha. It's sort of what you put yourself out as. Whether people take it on board or not, it's another question. But
I just do that off screen, right?
Yeah. I sort of do it in an opposite way. I pretend I know nothing about anything, so people do things for me. How do you do that? Okay, you sort it, but easy. Whereas you tell people what you want to happen.
You pulled that out of Magic Round, didn't you? A couple of times, I think I saw that.
Oh yeah. You're complete ignorant. Yeah, fucking.
Hey, the other warrior that I'm kind of jealous of at the moment is Chance. Like the last 3 or 4 weeks, he had a real dud patch there for a while.
He did. Yeah.
And he's really turned it around. I don't know what it is, but man, the running meters, he's just churning them out.
Yeah.
There's definitely no better fullback in the club than Chance. Yeah. Definitely, even watching Tane on that wing for a while. So what's his deal? Is he injured, or are they just giving him a break because he's had a bit of footy? And
yeah, was he sick? I think actually, I had some intel from someone that one of our listeners, I think, ran into him at the game, and might have been a bit crook. But
he's just crook, feeling woozy.
But not back in the team this week. Few other standouts. Adam Pompey, you and Mike Minogue fucking loving his work, Brad.
He is. I'm loving Adam Pompey. Ever since that re-signing and everyone couldn't work out if they wanted him to stay or not. Yeah. He is a weapon. Did you see that video? There was a kid. There was like a 4-year-old kid that's absolutely obsessed with Adam Pompey. And after the game, he had the sign, and Pompey got off the team bus and got out and gave him a cuddle. I rate Pompey. That was a great game. He is a far better centre than Berry is at the moment.
At the moment, for sure.
You can't bring Berry back in and push Pompey. Yeah,
absolutely not. Yeah,
there was a lot of people that put in the weekend though.
Capewell again at centre for actually an 80-minute performance in centres. Yeah, his clean-up work is insane. Backed up to score that try. Backing up a long-range break.
Defended,
I would have found a way
both
to get him
centre and wing positions.
Yeah.
Dallin was bumping in, and then he would swing out around the outside of him and tackle. Yeah, so that relationship worked quite well. I don't mind Capewell at centre at all if it means having a safety net around Dell.
That pack in its entirety was outstanding. Fisher Harris and Barney, as we talked about. Halasima, he's just an awesome 80-minute second row. And Corday with the best performance of probably in 2 years. And Aaron Clark again, sensational. And as we talked about before, Stowers Smith, superb debut. So Wade Egan, outstanding. Yeah. Jeez. When you look at them individually, you got to be pretty happy with that performance, even though it's just another sort of narrow one.
We're starting to learn that we're not about the attacking flair, are we? We're about we're going into the grind, and if you can handle coming in there with us, good luck to you. Geez, old Nicarima would have had a sore shoulder, eh? He would have iced that sucker after the game. Didn't they run some boys at him?
Eh? Yeah.
Jeez. He done well, though.
He's playing 5'8", and he makes 30 tackles a game.
He done well.
Yeah,
it is. It really is.
But we should, because they are a team maybe similar to Canberra that worry me because of the amount of attack that they do from sort of their own 40-metre line, the speed that they've got, and
gutsy forward pack.
Yeah, largely shut them down. Can
you not compare us to the Dolphins?
Well, just fucking hell.
Jerseys are just as ugly. Who's your 80-minute second rower? Who's your? Is that Hudson Young? Is it?
Yeah. Well, and
so
Hoskins as well. Yeah, he's going to play 80 this weekend.
Did he get a bit of a niggle? So didn't he get a little bit of a knee fright last weekend? Is that not him, or is it a different one? Is he the Pommy second rower that's going great guns?
No, that's Nicholson. He's out for 8 weeks now.
Yeah, I thought I knew something. So Zach Hosting, someone completely different.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They look fairly similar, but
do they?
Yeah,
ugly as shit.
So
Zach Hostings will do the 80 minutes this weekend. So he's our head-to-head with Halasima. Who else do we need to be worried about, Telly?
What?
Can I just interject here, and we'll
are we still talking about the Dolphins game?
Yeah, I've just got some got a list of facts here, actually, because I love facts. And and provided these for the TAB. Check this article out if you want to see it in written form at the TAB Punters Lounge. But what the Warriors have done recently has sort of thrown up some nice little statistical anomalies and so forth. So as you know, we're second with an 8-2 record, just the second time in their history, bearing down on the 2002 minor premiership winning side, which actually went to 11-2. overtaken. Yeah, left that 2018 team in our dust. That was also creeping along. They were 7-2 and then lost their 10th game. So yeah, only two teams to start this well in Warriors history, which is pretty remarkable given we got pantsed in round 1 by Telly's boys and no one really thought we were going to do anything this year. So quite remarkable. Going to run you through a few more. Warriors have won 5 in a row for just the 11th time ever. But this weekend, we're going for 6 straight for only the 4th time in history. So there's an 8-match winning streak, 2002, 7 matches in 2023, 6 wins in 1995 against a bunch of shithouse teams. This is the first time since 2014 we've won 2 games while scoring 16 points or less. So yeah, we can hold on, we can grind away teams, don't have to score, win 24-20 every week. No, Telly's boys, what's that? What was that Titans scoreline? 40-24. Now this one, winning 3 consecutive games by margins of 4 points or less has occurred just once previously in Warriors history. It was 2015, we won 3 games in a row by 4 points against Sharks, Eels and Knights. And that run actually was interspersed by a bye. So it's the first time really that on 3 straight weekends the Warriors have won by margins that narrow. It's actually quite a sort of big in betting parlance about lucky games, and eventually that sort of thing, swings around that you eventually lose as many as you win that finish that close. But if they're winning them, go for it.
So 12
We've won three straight games in Australia now. Only 3 times have they won more than that in a row in Australia. And this is courtesy of random stats guy on Twitter and Instagram and the like. Snapped a run of 5 straight day game losses for the Warriors.
I did see that one pop up the other day.
Going back to mid-late last season, I think. I just have one more little tidbit because Luke Metcalf now leads the Dally M medal. I wouldn't say he's the best player in the comp this year, but he's a bit of a vote magnet when the Warriors win. I mean, I don't think he was the best player on the field the other day either, but he got all 6 votes, or the maximum 6. Not the first time he's probably undeservedly collected 6, but good luck to him. Now what have I got here? He's 1 ahead of Will Kennedy, 3 clear of Terrell May now. So yeah, there's actually a genuine chance of winning it because he's the only halfback in the top 10, which is quite remarkable too.
We always say how their voting's strange and it doesn't make sense, but I'd far rather one of our players be there in something that doesn't make sense and win it. Where's the nearest half? So he could get halfback.
I actually don't even know who it is, but they're at least 10 points behind him at this stage. So
yeah, no shit. So he's got that sewn up, hadn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Get measured
up
for a suit, Luke.
There's only a handful of Warriors that have won positional awards, so he's certainly the front runner for that. There's only a handful that have finished in the top 10 in the final count, which you'd have to say is a huge chance of. I'm going to run you through them. Roger won it in 2018. Sean Johnson, the runner-up in 2023. Stacey finished 3rd in 2001. Roger, top 5 in 2019. Stacey was 6th in 2002 and 7th in 2005. Adam Fanua-Blake was 7th in 2023. Isaac Luke, 8th in 2018, the same year that Roger won it. Brent Webb in 2006, Steve Price in 2007, both finished 9th. And that's all our top 10 finishes.
Wow. So, that 2018 year confuses me. That was such a false economy that year. It was a random one that just come out of the blue, wasn't it, that season? And then,
and either side,
go back to it. But I still don't look at it as a great success because it went nowhere from there.
Yeah, well, either side of it was terrible.
And
what I thought built on that 5-0 start, and then we didn't win more than 2 in a row after that. So, but some good memories. The Dally M medal being one of them. Moving on.
It's crazy to think that Metcalf's in that company, though, right?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, he's getting good, but Raiders, Warriors, Sunday, 6 p.m. is it? New Zealand time?
Yeah,
got those got those time zones for us, Brad, for our Australian listeners?
NZ time 6 p.m. Australia will be either before or after a couple of hours. I can't even remember what we'd done. When were we there? What is it? What is it over there? Is it behind?
Yeah.
So it's earlier. So it'll be. Is that 3 o'clock in Canberra?
They're 2 hours behind. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
4
o'clock, mate. You were saying the TAB's got the Warriors as favourites?
Yeah. So I didn't even say King's Container Crew, obviously our wonderful sponsors. It's been a wee while since we've been on the pod. Love our King's Container Crew boys and their support. Head to kingskontainercrew.com for all your container packing and unpacking solutions. I know Telly does.
Julo's old graffiti work online as well. It's pretty sharp off the spray can. I've been looking into that.
We've got to drag those boys onto the pod. They're a bit modest, quite unassuming fellas, but we'll get them on. And we are also brought to you by Frank Podcast and the TAB, who have us as a $1.78 favourite. Probably a tad surprising, boys. I mean, Mitch Barney and James Fisher-Harriott. Yeah. So it's narrow, and it's obviously because of the home ground advantage. But, I've got to have the Raiders nose in front here.
Yeah, free money coming up.
Jeez, cut that clip. Hopefully we can throw this right in your face on Sunday night. But it does it. It's a New Zealand market though, isn't it? So of course the money's going. It's pretty tough to back the Warriors on that sort of money this weekend, isn't it? Like it's closer than that.
Are you guys praying for rain? Because I think that's the only way, right? If it's a greasy pitch, and
you reckon? Righto. Use VAP. I'll work out the weather forecast for Auckland on. See if we can get a bit of something our way.
So just checking the table there, you see the Bulldogs out in front with a 9-1 record on 20 points. Warriors 8-2 on 18, and Raiders 8-3 on 16, outright third. So huge swing game. I mean, Warriors to be able to get a 4-point buffer at this stage of the season on the chasing pack. And if the Raiders lose, there's a bunch of teams with the bye this weekend. All of a sudden, they start getting caught up by the Storm. The Sharks are playing this weekend. The Storm aren't. It's a funny time of the year, but any points you can pick up are just so crucial. Buys all over the show. So, just be huge for either team to win this one, I think.
It's a great game. This is a great game. Two very different teams. Like you say, Canberra can put on 40 points. It's hard to see us putting 40 points on anyone, but we can hold someone to 6 or 7 or 7. That's an idiot number. But 6 or 10, you know what I mean? We can hold. It's going to be a gritty old grind and tough. And I just looked at the weather. 17 degrees and overcast in Auckland at the moment for Sunday at 6 o'clock.
Let's go.
I'll bring up the team list here, boys. And as always, for the best experience of this podcast, jump onto our YouTube channel and hit the like and subscribe. Don't be a freeloader.
See us in HD.
Give us something back.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. It's slowed down a little bit, hasn't it?
I'll say. I mean, it takes zero effort.
Zero. Oh.
Well, I don't know.
The smallest amount of effort. It's not zero. You still have to raise a finger and drop it.
For a shitload of free content. I mean, come on. Yeah. The teams, boys. Run you through it. Well, no, I won't, because there's no changes until you get to the Fords. Jackson Ford and Bunty Afoa into the starting front row, as we talked about, opposite Tapani and Horsburgh. That bench, as it stands, is Tamati Martin, Jacob Lehman, Dimitri Vamonga, and Tanner Stiles-Smith. Same as last week. But, a bit of speculation that you could see Tane, I guess, or Ali Leotawa come into the back line late. Switch Capewell back, which would bump Nukore to the bench and likely Tanner Stiles-Smith out of the side.
Yeah.
Tamati Martin seems a bit of a waste of a bench spot at the moment. They went so many weeks with no hooker cover on the bench. Now he's sort of coming on, playing the last 7 minutes, I think, in this sort of game where the Raiders have got this, huge pack, Horsburgh, Tapani, Smithies, Papali, that we could do with, a 4 forward bench and just that cover.
Or even
And we've got
Sam
Bunting,
Healy.
Forster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
What's the latest mail on him? Because wasn't he angling for a release at one point?
Healy?
Was he?
Tomato.
There was suggestion that a Super League club was trying to get him sort of immediately, and he's like, "Oh no, see out my contract," and he seems pretty. I guess he's happy now.
He's too
getting a
happy
little bit
hunting
of time.
pigs in the hills and fishing on the water to go over to England and there. Like,
I don't know what the pig hunting scene's like in Salford, but
local bars maybe. It's a bit different. Stick one of them, take it home on the back of the ute. But I don't know. Yeah, but maybe he is a cut above at New South Wales Cup as well, though. So maybe they just can't ignore how well he's playing at that grade. And it is a safety net, as if there is an injury to that back line. I guess it's a bit of it helps the shuffle not be such a hard out shuffle.
Yeah, I guess he gives you that halves cover. But with Capewell, such a good 3/4 line solution. It does seem like a bit of a wasted bench spot, particularly a game like this when you don't have Barnett and Fisher Harris. But we'll see how the reshuffle.
Capewell's got to be in that same sort of talking now with Barnett and Fisher Harris, doesn't he, in terms of inspiration in this team?
Just the captain this week. Captain this week as well. Wade Egan has captained the club, so interesting to see Capewell get the little C.
I would have thought they would have gone for Healy just because I know Egan hasn't had an injury this year, but he's still susceptible to a concussion or something during the season.
Yeah. Well, that's it, right? Like Tomato isn't exactly, the best backup hooker going around. He's barely played there, so he's doing an okay job. He's only getting a few minutes, whereas Healy's a proper hooker.
You'd shift CHT to hooker though, wouldn't you? But that's
Tomato's been coming on. I don't know what they'd do.
Yeah, true.
If he had to play half a game, but that's where he's slotted in.
It's an odd one.
Look at this Raiders team, Telly, and jump in here. Kyo Weeks at fullback, as we've talked about.
Yeah.
Sevilio Tamale, bit of a bolter, keeping Albert Hopewadi out of the team. He's been going great, scoring tries, big physical fella on the wing.
Yeah, it's quite good, that balance between Savage, who's got the pace, and Tamale, who can do the carries out of the back end. It's pretty awesome to watch. So now I like him.
Timoko and Chris, probably, one of the more impressive centre combinations going around. Probably Chris has been the more impressive of the two this year. But as we said, Timoko had a big game last week, and he's had some big moments. Strange and Fogarty love their balance. Yeah. And that pack, which does look slightly more vulnerable with Hudson Young out of it. Horsburgh and Tapani, Simi Sasangi coming in for Young, Zach Hosking getting the start, and Morgan Smithies at lock. Tom Starling doing a great job as starting hooker this year. He carved us up in Vegas, so keep him on a short leash, I think, this week, hopefully. And reasonable bench on Paddy. Noah Martin, don't know too much about him. I think he's on debut, is he?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Ata Mariota, pretty underrated performer, and the great Josh Papali. So, pretty handy having him come off the bench. But, looking through that team, once you get to number 11 to 17, gives me a bit more hope this weekend.
Right.
Squad-wise, they're quite similar, aren't they? We don't have... Either team doesn't have these absolute superstars, game breakers. Like they're a couple of just grinding teams. That bench, I'm quite. Who are they?
Are you serious?
Owen Paddy, really? What's that?
Up and coming. Watch out,
Owen Paddy.
No, he's really good. He's killed it in Cup. And
is he a prop? Is he a front row rotation or?
He's a hooker.
Oh, is he a hooker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Been watching a fair bit of Raiders games this year. Have you read?
We know how much you love them.
Owen Paddy. It's out of it named. Yeah. I don't even know where to start to make something funny out of it. You can't. It's just, yeah.
So while Telly's cackling away at our team like he's fucking Gargamel from the Smurfs, Brad, you've dug up a few stats or facts on
just bit of Canberra research.
And Telly's Canberra-born, proud Canberra-born.
Yeah, you are born in Canberra, so you should know this because I'm just trying to learn. Do you not know anything about it? I'll just get my things. Firstly, to be honest, fun facts about Canberra. And you'd be all over how the name Canberra come about and what it means, Telly?
Educate me, mate.
Okay. So the original custodians of the land were the ones that actually named it Canberra. And this is how racist. Look at that on the screen. Canberra supposedly means, like they don't even believe them, meeting place or woman's breasts. Like, surely, if I was born in Canberra, I'd know my town's name meant woman's breasts. Like, are you really into this team or not? Yeah, how's that? Supposedly. I thought that was quite weird. And then also I looked into their sister cities, Canberra's sister city is Wellington, New Zealand is one of them. Every town's got a few of them. So Canberra stated Wellington, New Zealand is one of their sister cities. But then funnily enough, Wellington has listed as their sister city, Sydney, Australia instead. So the favour was not returned.
Oh, shit.
So can we be mates? Nah.
So Canberra is like a illegitimate sister that the family doesn't recognise, like a love child.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Canberra. That's right. Different dads. But then the last thing that cracked me up with about it, a massive hard-on for hot air ballooning over there. Jesus, they love a hot air balloon. Yeah. But then the last one that tickled my fancy was it's the only place in Australia, I shit you not, that you can go to the zoo and the aquarium on the same site. They have a zoo and aquarium in the same place. Only place in Australia.
That's efficient.
Yeah. So
doesn't that make sense? Like, I want to go see the animals. I can see them all.
Yeah, I know, but they're landlocked, aren't they? It's in the middle of nowhere. What's going to be in the Canberra aquarium? 2 trout and a couple of perch. Fuck's sake. So that's the type of people we're dealing with this weekend. Hot air balloon enthusiasts that love nothing more than going to the zoo and the aquarium every second Sunday and talking about how their town is named after women's breasts.
That's some outstanding fact accumulation there, Brad. I see you've been
nothing at all to do with rugby league.
No, I love it. Yeah. Brad, Tally, when was the last time you were in Canberra? Just out of interest.
Probably when I was about 2.5.
Oh yeah. So you love it. Right? You love the town.
Yeah.
Can't get enough.
So you were born in Canberra, first 2.5 years there, and then shifted to Queenstown, was it?
Yeah.
From there?
Yeah. Tally's dad was the Prime Minister. Tally's dad was the Prime Minister.
Was his dad?
Before Bob Hawke.
Oh, shit. Got ousted by Bob Hawke. No wonder your old man left fucking town. Out of it. Oh, so you've never been back. Are you
No.
Do you want to go watch Canberra game?
He might go back now that he can go to the zoo and the aquarium in one hit.
Yeah, no shit. Hot air balloon over the zoo and aquarium.
Oh, mate, you're selling it. I'd love to go back, just for a game. Go watch the Viking clap. It's bloody awesome.
Viking clap. That was blatantly stolen off the Icelandic football team in the World Cup.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that, mate. The atmosphere at those games is amazing.
Yeah, that one on the weekend just gone, that was heaving. Although, geez, didn't the dog? Oh no, it was the doggies one I watched actually. Didn't some doggy supporters turn up to that ground down there for that game?
Yeah. So you actually do watch the Raiders occasionally?
I watch them. Yeah, I'm not. if they're on and I'm up to nothing else, and I just want to stare and look at nothing really. Yeah.
Can't wait till this
yeah.
weekend. It's going to be great.
Sweet.
Just some more info, boys, from our supporters at the TAB. I just wanted to give you a futures market update because these two teams have been big movers. So we've got the Storm out in front at $3, Bulldogs $4.25, the Sharks moved into third line at $7, Penrith still at 13s, with Canberra. Canberra have moved up to the to equal fourth favourites at $13. So that shows.
There you go.
And then out on their own on the sixth line, not only the Warriors, $15.
15.
Think about where
That's all good. Geez, Penrith are going to topple the next couple of weeks, aren't they, during State of Origin?
Yeah, geez, 5 players out this week. That's a big opportunity for Newcastle and Bathurst. Yeah.
I'll tell you the one I'm worried about. The one I'm worried about is the Sharks. I reckon they're coming.
What are they up to, eh? They are nervy.
Yeah. Five of their last 6 beat the Storm. Yeah. Hines is starting to get his shit together there. If Fanua Blake playing well, it's not a bad shout. It's such an even comp. I'm still not convinced on the Storm losing too many games with the team that they have and how highly they're rated. Penrith still a long way back. It's just such a long, exhausting season. They're just starting to get their act together, and now they have to go through Origin. Imagine if they lose all their games through this, and they'd have to win. Straight to make the finals. So
and they'll probably get in at 8 and then win.
Yeah. That's how I feel if they get in there, the team to beat still.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, play the mix and pick game. Everyone out there, the Brian and Co are grinding away out there on the game, giving you the opportunity to win this Warriors Life merchandise. I only took about 8 months to get Telly's one to him, so that's the kind of speedy turnaround you can expect.
He still won't wear it.
I wore it in Brisbane. What are you talking about, mate?
Yeah, he did. Actually.
Did you?
Good man.
Yeah. I went shithouse last week. I reckon I must have. I looked at it at one stage after the game. As soon as the game finished, I looked at my score on Mixer Pick and I had 1.
Wow,
diabolical.
I got 14th, I think. In the weekend.
You got what, sorry?
14th.
It's not bad. You're one of the top performers. Actually, Dutters messaged to say to give you a jibe about how he won the mug, which he still hasn't got, by the way. I haven't given it to him. Or ordered it or anything. But anyway, he's got a mug coming to him one day. And he wanted to remind you that he won and not you. So, yeah. If anyone was wondering, Telly and I and Dutters, who's come up on the show a lot, Wheeze, who's been a co-host, we've all been at school together since 11 years old, flattered together in Dunedin. So, yeah, go back a long way.
Yeah.
There you go. So that mug doesn't even exist. Is it just in the atmosphere?
It's a hypothetical mug at this stage, but it can definitely happen.
What will be great is if I take it out this year, you can buy the mug and we'll send Dutters a video of me drinking out of the mug.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you probably got to be up among the front runners. I haven't checked, but yeah, we'll get that info updated. What else did I have? I'm sure there was something else. You guys got anything else before I can wrap this one up?
Who's leading the Kings Container Crew player ratings for the year? Can you get an update?
Yeah,
or can I not put you on the spot?
I don't know.
No, you can't. Because I usually just do it all end of the season. We've got,
Who's your hunch? Hunch wise,
Aaron Clark has to be. You'd have to think he's played every game, and I don't think he's probably scored less than a 7. I would say he is leading it at this stage.
Or Egan. Yeah. Egan could be up there.
Yeah. Clark and Egan would be your front runners at this point, I would say.
Catewell won't be because everyone knows you're pretty harsh on how you score Catewell.
Oh, man. Well, now I reckon I'm giving him. I reckon I'm,
gone the other way,
giving him a about an extra 0.5 than I would because of old
fucking Harrisons,
mate.
man.
Yeah, those Harrisons, just
Pains in the
no
ass.
one's got into my head so much in 7-8 years of doing the play ratings as those guys. But that's all you have to do is manipulate me into giving
cost you into the bar.
Yeah.
Oh well, that'll be mine.
Yeah. What do you
No,
reckon,
well, I'm
boys?
gonna have to
You
do.
happy
But
with
I'm
that?
sitting. Yeah, I can. The whole show for the last how long are we going? Is it 50 minutes? Real distinct smell of fuel in my shed. So
you go and check that out.
I was just sitting here with all the doors shut and that, thinking, I've got my motorbike up on the workbench in parts, about to do a bit of a heart transplant. Boys, gonna take a 50 out of it and chuck in a fucking 110 donk this weekend. So got that up there, and I don't know. I think the little plugs that I've got in the fuel tank to stop it leaking fuel are leaking. So yeah, can't be good. So I might go do that before any naked flames in here, let's say.
Oh, shit. All right. I think that'll just about do us, boys. Enjoy the game on Sunday. I'll see you on Sunday, Telly. Thanks most of all to you for coming
Thank you,
on the
Telly, bro.
podcast. Outstanding performance. King's Container Crew, TAB, Frank Podcast, all your Patreon supporters out there, all of our other listeners, and even the ones that don't hit like and subscribe. Thanks to you. Begrudging thanks to you. Otherwise,
cheers,
until cheers, Tally, and until then, look after yourselves and each other.
This is a Frank Podcast.